Financial Stadium. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the Houston Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Houston has been home to some great college football traditions throughout the years, from Heisman Trophy winner Andre Ware and the run-and-gun offense. Space City Financial Stadium, 40,000 plus strong. Houston trying to get back into the college football narrative. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. So Louisville's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Under fire. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this.
Lock me in, J-Vance. Lock me.
Not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Hand off, Isaac Brown. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. All right, guys, let's talk for a minute about Louisville. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent.
Could be an alley. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Cardinals headed quickly to the line. First down, right back to Brown. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yard situations, the goal go situations. They got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense, forcing a 3rd and goal, putting some pressure now on this offense.
He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to pass. It's Wegman. Throws to the wideout. The short hands. It's Young. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped.
User alert, user alert, user alert, user.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Looking downfield on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And the ball was knocked away, incomplete. But unfortunately for the defense, the quarterback was knocked away and roughed. I know there's pressure, especially in this area of the field, to get to the quarterback, but you can't give up a first and goal there. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense in a sudden change situation. They barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sidelines. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making sure that that pass play fell incomplete.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that,
This how you punish a nigga, J-Ban. This how you punish a nigga for throwing you 2 interceptions. This how you get a nigga out of here early.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now it's a blitzathon.
Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Fires to the middle. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
He's definitely quitting the league after this.
In the formation on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Brown. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense their heads spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
And the Cardinals trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Now the play fake. Touchdown, Cardinals.
You like that, J-Ban? You like how I'm drawing shit up out there? You like how I'm customizing shit out there?
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking down the middle. Got a man. It's Hughes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Cougars peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. To the air, It's Wegman. Moving out to the right. He's going to take off. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Hughes. They'll stop him right there, but it is enough for a Houston first down. That is exactly why they call the running back the safety valve. They used it, and they used it to perfection.
Yeah, and you want to push the ball down the field. You want to make those big plays, but you see the defense. They bring the blitz. I got the running back open. Dump it to him. Let him do the rest. Let him get the first down.
To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Young. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Back to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Got out of trouble and throws. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions. Trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
Grab near the marker. It's Walker. They've got him just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Broussard. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The play action fake. Got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. It's 3rd and 5. Back to pass. It's Wegman. Extending the play. He wants it all. Touchdown, Houston. Made the grab.
Lucky ass bitch.
Sometimes these games can snowball. You get down 21, next thing you know, you look up, it might be 35. Nice answer, put a drive together. Now the defense has got to get you a stop. Then you try to put another drive together. One possession at a time, try to climb back in this football game.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to go right back downfield. Finds his man. It's Skinner. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Cardinals want to pick up the tempo. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. All down at the 18-yard line. A solid return after that interception. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, please bring it back. Bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Wegman. This time he's got it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Caught over the middle. It's Hughes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on 1st down. Wants to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Grab near the marker is Young. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
On the run, still looking. Bought a little time, lets it go. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Floats it out in space. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. Guys, you want every little bit you can get, and they got nothing there. 15-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. 3rd down, understanding the sticks, and what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open, he sees him, he throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the 4th down.
And the Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. is on its way. Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in the middle, it's Hughes. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. He's got it, and he's got the first down. Good pickup on the play there, and now we'll see what they do coming out of the 2-minute timeout. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sanford. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly complete. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. And the Cougars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Young. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Speeding down the left side. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Louisville! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. Lining up for the PAT. And they fake it. The holder looking for a man. The pressure gets to him. Down he goes, and that is just what the doctor ordered. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it out nearly to the 35-yard line. Corralled and brought down. They'll mark it at the 34. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He'll take a deep shot here. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Lofts one deep down the right side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
This is a great play by the defensive back, and I think one of the hardest things to do as a DB is you're covering a receiver deep down the field, your back's to the play, and you've got to turn your shoulder, locate the football, and then swat it away. That DB did an outstanding...
Makes a grab and room to run. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Wants to throw it again. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down. Got the first down. Turning it on. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown Cardinals.
Yeah, go ahead and roll over in them coverage, J-Bands, and close your eyes and go to sleep after that one.
Great offensive execution. You talk about addressing forcing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air, it's Wegman. Under fire. He fires one deep down the right side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Southern Mississippi taking on the Tulane Green Wave. And it's
got a little room. Bust through behind his pad. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Finds a little space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Cardinals want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. And they will score. Touchdown, Cardinals! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Quick completion on the out route. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Sanford. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on first and 10. Wants to throw again. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And they're not on the same page there.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking downfield, it's Henderson. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. It's complete on the right side. Oh, he's got some space. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Buying some time as he moves left. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gets it out quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
Not a chance. Missed it. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Knocked down for the tackle.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more?
There's some room. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Again, it's Brown. Breaks into the open. The 20. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. He now has 106 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. On first down, it's Brown again. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. Now he can return this. So it's an 80-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Houston offense once again. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Catch in the middle, it's Young. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Got some room to run. He's at the 10.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off, and what a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory, he jumps the route, he intercepts it, and returns it now inside the 5-yard line, setting his offense up in beautiful field position.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Trying to barrel in. Into the house. Touchdown, Louisville!
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Young. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. Gets rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Second and forever after the delay. Did they lose their play sheets? I mean, call a play already. One more time, it's Brown. And he'll be brought down.
Well, the offense got themselves in a bad position to start, but a nice change up there, handing it off and getting a lot of the yardage back, David, now to set up 3rd and at least a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, and when it's 3rd and forever like that, I'm thinking pass. So great job slipping the run in there. Running back now putting them in a better position. But defensively, I still got them in 3rd and long. Still in a good situation here.
That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Send the tight end in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And stress levels have to have spiked after a delay of game backs you up for another second and goal. The run inside. It's Brown. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be fourth down. Here's Brown. He is stuffed on fourth down and stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I got nothing for you, RD. I mean, you start to run backwards. Maybe you think you can outrun everybody on the field and you're faster than everybody, but either way, that play went nowhere. Actually, it went somewhere. It went really far backwards.
He finds his way out to the 13-yard line, and they're out of trouble with a first down. They'll give it to him again. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on third and short from the 21. Back to throw, it's Henderson. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Third and 6 yards to go. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Third and 6 yards to go. They'll run play action. And the defense got him at the 27.
Well, this offense has been having its way all day long with this defense, but finally the defense creates a negative play. Let's see if that now gives them a little more confidence to get back in this game.
No good, because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Running inside, it's Sanford. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Henderson. Got his man downfield. At the 40, there he goes. It's a seam wide open. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He gets the two-point conversion as they draw ever closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hughes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. There he goes. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Cardinals racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Timeout Houston, their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They'll try to hit the sideline on the jet sweep. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Cougars are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Again, it's Brown. Finding some room. The 20. He's at the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on a 61-yard touchdown run. And he's going to bring it out. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To throw, it's Henderson. Here's a heat, and they got it.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Here's a throw downfield late. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Alright, J Bands, we're going to sleep, bro. Hit me in the morning.